Hey everyone, welcome to the update video for the Inspiron 14 2-in-1. Now this video I launched back in April. It's got just over 7k views and there was a lot of comments that came through on it. So in this video I'm going to deliver my full review. I'm going to go through the comments that I haven't answered yet, and I'll revisit the comments that I believe will be of use to the audience. So the way that we're going to do this is I'm going to start with the comments and then we'll go into my full review, where I'll be judging it on build quality, performance, visual experience, creative abilities, battery performance, heat management, functionality and portability. Each of those criteria are rated out of 10, so that means it's an out of 80 score. Few key notes before we begin. Below in the comment section and in the description of the video there are timestamps, so if there's anything that you don't want to see, so you don't want to go through the whole comments with me, then use the timestamps below to either skip forward to the battery test or the actual full review itself. Without wasting any more time, let's get into the comments. Donovan Taylor Ryan Bryce, cool name by the way. Hi, I have a question. Is it touchscreen? Is it compatible with any pen? Thanks. I am so sorry it took me so long to get back to your comment there. Honestly, I did not see the notification for that question. It could have been, and I'm not just shifting the blame on my son, like if he gets handed my phone, sometimes he swipes, he doesn't know what he's doing yet, so he just does anything on the phone. So apologies, but yes, it does have touchscreen and it is compatible with the Dell Active pens. There will actually be a section in here where I actually listed everything off. Which is better, Inspiron 14 5406 or Inspiron 14 5410? Now, I need to hydrate before I can explain this. Which is better? Now, I can't tell you which one's better because it's down to what your needs are. So for example, and without me going into my data files, for me to tell what the difference is between the 5406 and the 5410, for those of you who don't know, those numbers are basically the chassis number, the last two digits. So there will obviously be a difference with them if those numbers are different, but which is better will be completely down to you. So for example, the 5410 comes in a 2-in-1 version, which is what this is, and the 5406 might not be a 2-in-1, it could be a clamshell model. Again, without going into my data files, I can't actually tell you what the actual differences are, but the fact that those two numbers are different, there'll be a difference in them, and to find out what's better, it's down to personal preference. If you give me a bit more as to what you're wanting or wanting it for, I'll be more than happy to help. But thank you for interacting with my video, and yeah. Now, Omnom. Now this guy, thank you for all your engagement by the way, Omnom. I really appreciate it, and yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you are happy with the machine that you bought. Shivam Sahil, thank you very much. This was indeed a great first impressions tutorial. Dude, sorry it took me so long to get back to your question by the way. Is your 50 watt-hour battery over here. You have your RAM slots over here, which you can upgrade. So if you want to upgrade your RAM, you're more than welcome to. This right over here is your M.2 port. So, Thako Raja, I'm probably saying that wrong, I'm sorry dude, like, voice note me. If I am saying it wrong, I'd like to say it right, so review network, go for it. What the price of this laptop, my friend? I assume you are meaning price, and honestly that's a hard question to answer. Whenever people ask me that, I'm like, why are you asking me? It's like, go to your Dell website and it will be there. Like, I'm sorry guys, I don't have the cost of this device throughout the entire like world. Sorry, but the easiest thing for you to do is go to your Dell websites and go to your local retailer websites and check the prices there, man. Like, the price I tell you is not going to correlate to, unless you're in the UK. If you're in the UK then I can tell you, but wait, are you in the UK? Fuck it, just in case you're in the UK, I'm just going to tell you. Now the 5410, so I'm going to do what I just told you to do, right? So dell.co.uk, and I'm just going to go here, type in 5410. 549 is the lowest I'm seeing it here. I hope that answer helps. If it's not and you're in a different country, man, Google it yourself. Like the effort it takes you to ask me that question, you can literally type it. I watched your video. I'm considering to buy the pen. Doesn't work. I think I replied to this. It doesn't come with a pen. You have to get it as an add-on. Hay fever is actually gone nuts right now. Could you please let us know what the bandwidth of the USB Type-C is? The fuck? Okay. Let's find out. What is that question? What does that even mean? You guys think I'm smarter than I actually am. Jesus, guys, I just put pretty videos together that make sense simply. Like, Shibi Alwa, I'm not entirely sure if this is what you meant, but I can confirm for you that it's a USB 3.2, so it's the Gen 2 version, so 20 is the bandwidth, 20 gigabytes, or gigabytes? I'm pretty sure that's gigabytes, I hope that's gigabytes. You know what, I am going to highlight your comment, and it's right now. So, Karen, why did your name have to be Karen? Karens are getting bad reps nowadays. I don't even know why. I just remember waking up one day and I went on my phone and Karen just kept coming up. And I feel like it's just given such a bad rep. I remember one time Domino's actually gave free pizza away to if you could prove that your name is Karen. But you know what, Karen, thank you for being the Karen to be the highlight of this video. So, the battery video, let's go. So the video that you're seeing right here is a time lapse of the Inspiron 14 2-in-1. Now this is with 40% brightness and 40% volume. It performed very well considering the first 4 hours and 30 minutes it was performing on high performance. I then later changed it into battery saver, but even still then it lasted 6 hours and 17 minutes and only got to 15% of the battery life. Alright, so back to this. I like this brand, Abdul Alim Jat Soraya. Like when it comes to the Windows market, like an Apple market, they got the market to themselves in it. So, but when it comes to the Windows market, I do think Dell is one of the top ones. Samsung is just coming into the market. I think they're going to be huge. Chandra doesn't come with a pen. I think Australia 5410 i7, they are providing pen as well. They could be. Like Omnom was saying that he's getting a pen with his purchase, so they could be just adding it, like the additional pen that you normally have to buy. Maybe they're just including it in the price. Which one is better, Dell 5410 or Dell 7400? You really get confused between the two. This is quite important actually. Like this is that the first number is different. Now when the first number is different, then you know you're going to a different level of a Dell product. What I'm going to do is create a Dell brand training, which may be helpful for some of you guys. So if you do want to watch that, I'll put a link up there. But in short, the Dell 7400 should be a more premium device. Kutum Pakrash, thank you very much for your comments, sir, and thank you for that feedback, you know, but the configuration and all of that stuff. I appreciate that, I really do. Like, that means you've watched my video, you've actually taken the time to try help me to give improving advice, so thank you. Nikhil Mishra, please correct your camera focus. Camera's autofocus. Correct my autofocus. It's autofocused. You can't correct autofocus. It's autofocusing. So this is the part of the video now where we're going to be going through my criteria checklist for the Inspiron 14 2-in-1. Right, so we're going to be checking out the build quality, performance, visual experience, creative ability, battery performance, heat management, functionality and portability, and then give that a rating out of 10. So without wasting any time, build quality, what's it like? So I've rated it a 6, and that's because the build quality on this machine is better than you'd expect, right? 5 being the average, so 6 is literally just pushing above the better than you'll expect, and that's because the way that it looks a lot more premium than it is. Like when you first pull it out the bag and everything, it looks like it's made out of shiny metals and it just looks premium. But when you get your hands really on it, you will start feeling that, you know what, it's made out of really high grade polycarbonate plastic. So it's still durable and will last you a while, and you know what, it can put up with some battle scars. Be careful, because as you can see over here, I have got a slight dent on the machine. Let me point it this way, you'll be able to see it better. Let's move on to performance. Now performance gets a 5 because that's what it is. It's an average performing device. It does everything you need it to. Don't expect extreme performance for office work, for school work. This is ample, so 5. My advice when it comes to gaming on this machine, if you do any high performance competitive gaming, this is not the laptop for you. As you can see from my gameplay of Apex over here, it struggles to even keep FPS rates above 60 just choosing my character. If you do games like Brawlhalla or Minecraft, games like those, Intel's Iris is more than powerful enough to handle those tasks. As you can see, I actually get some great performance out of it. So let's talk about visual experience next. I'm giving this a, ooh, I was trying to go into something. I'm giving this a 6. Now this is because there's a lot of factors to this that make it above average. One is the cinema color. If you don't know what that is, I'll put a link up there and you guys can check out what the Dell features are that comes with the machine. Secondly, the reason I'm giving it the above average mark is because this display, it's actually a beautiful display. Now it's got quite a bit of glare on it and everything, but the actual display itself is really nice, and even when you interact with this, it's smooth. I like it. So visual experience 6, solid 6. So let's move on to creative ability, and I've given this a 5 because there's a few things, or there's one thing that it does that is really good and the rest is not so good. So the one thing it does well is the fact that it has the ability to have an active pen. So you can use an active pen on this device, you can be creative with it. Now, if it didn't have that active pen feature, I would have rated it a 3 because the screen itself is not 100% Adobe RGB, nor is it sRGB in any form of way. So the colors that you see on the display are not great for content creators because the colors you see on there will not be the same or will not look the same when you go to publish it onto, well, whatever platform you're looking to publish on, whether it's YouTube or film. So yeah, this is not a creator's laptop. However, it's a great machine for you to get into creating. So if this is a starter machine for you to get into creative work, then yeah, by all means go for it. But however, if you're thinking of it to be something serious that you follow up, then there are other options available. If you want to know what those are, then leave a comment in the comment section below. So I was really impressed with the battery performance of this machine. And that's because even from a mistake that I made from the beginning, it still lasted over 6 hours. Now for me to explain this, let me try use my hands. So you have 5 options when it comes to your battery usage. You have battery saver, performance whilst battery saving, balance, performance, high performance. When the battery test started, for the first 4.5 hours, it was on this stage over here. So it's using quite a bit of power even when it doesn't need to. So after 4 hours and 30 minutes into the actual test, I then moved it to this stage over here, meaning it was conserving battery more than anything else. However, even though I changed that, I made sure that the volume remained at 40% and the brightness remained at 40%. And even then it still delivered over 6 hours. So I would say if you are traveling and you want a multimedia device, this will be ample to last you on a 6-hour binge watch if you're traveling somewhere. Next we have heat management. So heat management on this device was, well, adequate. That's all I can say. The vents over here are very useful, and when you open up the machine, the vents are actually pointing up towards the display, which means that the heat is traveling away from you at all times. And then you've got the ventilation from the bottom as well. So heat management is average. Functionality. Functionality is scored very high, and that is because it gives you ample functionality. So you've got, my hand's going the wrong way, you've got USB Type-C, USB Type-A, which is a 3.0 port, HDMI, and your power slot. Not only that, if we flip the device around, you've then got a headphone jack, another USB Type-A port, and then a micro SD card slot. Functionality is there, but the reason it's scored higher is because it has an extra feature such as this mechanical webcam shutter. And then the final score is portability. Now portability is a 6 because I remember having a 13-inch laptop and it was pretty much the same size as this. So the fact that I've got an inch bigger and it's pretty much the same size, don't know how that works, but it works. So portability for this device, a 6 out of 10. Alright, so now you know how I score this device. So who is this laptop for? I would say it's for the person either studying or wanting a media device that's quite portable. Someone that does very light gaming, they would love this device. The easiest way I can put it is the Dell Inspiron 14 2-in-1 is for someone that's on a budget but wants a great experience, right? One caveat that I do want to put in there, the scores that you see up there are actually in correlation to the price that the machine costs. So at the time of filming, this device cost £550 at the entry point, and it can go up close to £1,000. Now those scores that I've given it are based on the price of this machine if you're buying it between £550 and the £700 mark, right? Once you go into the 750 plus market, those scores I would definitely change, like everything will be taking a hit down. But then once you go into that price market, there are other options available for you. Don't forget, you don't always need an i7 processor, or you might not need as much RAM as you think. So the best thing to do, or the best way to get the most out of my channel, is to let me know what you're after, what you want to use it for, and I can best advise you that way. So yeah, that's the Inspiron 15 2-in-1. That's my views on it. If I can help you with anything, or you want to ask me any questions, all the details are in the description box. Any questions on this video, leave me a comment. Who knows, I might make another comment reply video. Till the next one, bye.